are the stories making headlines tonight on the Weekly Insight.
Two classrooms, one country. As the gap in Kenya's education system continues to widen, we ask how learning spaces are shaping social inequality. Campus Wi-Fi and student vulnerabilities. Why free internet could be costing young people their privacy. Classrooms in the desert. How drought and displacement are forcing teachers and learners in northern Kenya to rethink education. And between books and battlefields, the voices of international students studying in Kenya while conflict follows them from home.
Good evening and welcome to the Weekly Insight, your in-depth news analysis and interpretation show, where we go beyond the headlines to explain the stories shaping Kenya and the world. I'm Raphael Mutuku, and for the next 25 minutes, we'll unpack the issues that matter with clarity, context, and real voices from the ground. Thank you for joining us. Our top story tonight focuses on education and the growing divide between Kenya's classrooms, while some students learn using smartboards, tablets, and fully equipped computer labs, while others still study under trees, sharing textbooks and struggling with basic facilities. This contrast is more than just infrastructure. It reflects deep social and economical inequality. Here is our reporter with more on the story.
In Nairobi, students at Brookville Academy solve mathematics problems using tablets and digital screens. But over 60 kilometers away in Turkana County, 11-year-old Locorito writes his lessons in the sand. Here, teachers often share one textbook among 20 students. As digital learning expands, so does the distance between opportunity and access. Education may be free, but opportunity is not evenly shared. For the Weekly Insights, I'm at Turkana County.
Thank you for that. To help us understand what's driving this education gap and what can be done, we are joined live by a sociologist. Daktari, how do you think we can address this kind of inequality before it becomes permanent?
First of all, when you look at the Turkana area, they have a problem with infrastructure. They have no schools. Most of them read under trees. Most of them don't have permanent structures. So number one, we can engage the government in building permanent structures like schools so that the children can learn under conducive environments. The environment there is too sunny, it's too dry. So if they have permanent structures like buildings, they can be able to learn easily. Number two, it is to provide hardship allowances for the teachers living there. You find the people are sharing classrooms, they are sharing only 3 teachers in the entire school. This is because teachers who have been trained don't want to go and teach there because number one, there are security issues, environmental issues, like it's too dry, it's too sunny. So if you provide these allowances, teachers who have been trained will be encouraged to go there and practice there. Number 3, it is by engaging NGOs. You can find maybe the government is struggling kidogo, is struggling a little bit to partner to provide the essential services for these schools. So engaging with non-governmental organizations can be a good thing because there are well-wishers, there are investors there who would like to support this project. So engage with them and have a partnership with them. And I believe by that we'll be able to improve the situation there in Turkana. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daktari. A strong reminder that our classrooms reflect our national priorities. Next, tonight, campus life is increasingly digital. But at what cost? From lecture halls to cyber cafes, students depend on shared Wi-Fi for learning and social life. Yet many don't realize how exposed their personal data really is. Our reporter has more on the story.
Economic pressure is quietly reshaping higher education. Many campus students are tied to this struggle, and it doesn't get better. Every day, Thousands of Kenyan students log onto free Wi-Fi in malls, libraries, hostels, and campuses. But cybersecurity experts warn these open networks can be digital traps. Hackers exploit weak passwords and unsecured connections to steal information and impersonate users.
I use the school Wi-Fi a lot, and I've never thought of it as a security threat.
There's this one time, I don't know how they operate. They call my mom, then they inform my mom that I've got an accident, I'm in a bad condition, and I've been admitted to the hospital. They told my mom that my mom has to send some money so that I can be treated, at the same time be released at the hospital.
With most university or generally public Wi-Fi networks, you'll find that they pose a very great risk to anyone using them. In fact, I would say you're not supposed to just connect to any public Wi-Fi that you do not know or that you're not familiar with, especially in restaurants or cafes, airports. Such places are very, very prone to attacks or people with malicious intent trying to get information from you. So yeah, it poses a very great risk. So you can imagine, for instance, if, for example, you come to a school like Daystar University and you find that the majority of students assume that EduRoam is the default open Wi-Fi accessible to all students. Now that's okay and that's understood by everyone. But if, for instance, a malicious person decides to create their own access point and leaves it open, and you assume that you're connecting to EduRoam like as usual, you'll end up connecting to that person's access point, and you'll be able to somehow give them all your data while you're trying to connect to the internet or doing something. So I'm just giving an example of how Wi-Fi could be used to steal people's data and information. So generally, I would highly encourage people to be careful whenever they're connecting to public Wi-Fis, and always ensure that you're vigilant of which exact access point or which exact Wi-Fi you're connecting to, because it's very likely that you might connect to an attacker's Wi-Fi network.
Free Wi-Fi may look harmless, but in the wrong hands, it becomes a gateway to digital theft. For the weekly insights, my name is Momo Masila.
Thank you for that advice in any age where convenience can come at a very high price. Still ahead, classrooms without walls and how teachers in Kenya are keeping education alive despite drought and displacement. Stay with us.
Je, wewe ni Gen Z ama millennial? Haijalishi wewe ni Gen gani. Swali ni,
je, umejisajili kupiga kura mwaka ujao?
Usianguke nayo. Inuka na voters card yako. Kumbuka, kura yako, maisha yako.
IEBC, your vote, your future.
we ni Gen Z ama millennial, haijalishi we ni Gen gani. Swali ni,
Je, umejisajili kupiga kura mwaka ujao?
Usianguke nayo. Inuka na voters card yako. Kumbuka, kura yako, maisha yako.
IEBC, your vote, your future.
In Kenya's arid north, education continues against overwhelming odds. Climate change has intensified drought, forcing displacement and stretched already limited resources, yet learning persists. Our reporter has more from Marsabit County.
In North Hor, pupils walk long distances each morning, not just to school but to search for water. Teachers here double as aid workers, distributing relief food before lessons begin. In the deserts, education is more than a right, it's resilience. Reporting from the Insight Weekly, Brenda Nyekiu.
Joining us now is the environmentalist. How does climate change continue to shape education in these regions?
When many schools in such regions close due to drought, entire generations fall behind. Climate-resilient education and local adaptation are essential for long-term survival.
Thank you. Education must adapt just as the climate is changing. And finally tonight, studying far from home but never far from conflict. Kenyan universities host students from South Sudan, the DRC, and Somalia, many carrying emotional weight of war while trying to build a future. Esther brings us more on this story.
For Emmanuel from South Sudan, every call home carries fear. For Amina from Congo, studying in Kenya is both a privilege and a burden. From classrooms to conflict zones, the students carry the hope of rebuilding nations. For the weekly insights, I'm Helga Mbodze.
To help us reflect on this, we are joined by a political analyst.
Well, there are those who are coping negatively, there are those who are coping well. Those who are coping negatively, people deal with circumstances differently, okay? And there are those who can't actually reach their people back at home during times of conflict. And it's in those times where people isolate themselves and stress out while in their own spaces that leads them to depression, and they fail to even deliver their classes, their classwork, and all those things. On the other hand, there are those who are in constant communication with their people back at home, okay? So at every single time or at any given point, they know what is going on. They know where the people are and everything. And they choose to be intentional with communication. So I think that helps them to focus more because they have not much to worry about. And truth is, I mean, when you're in a different country and there's conflict back at home, truth is you cannot do anything about it. You can't. So the best thing to do is have information as much as you can and hope for the best and continue doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Professor. Even in conflict, knowledge remains a form of resistance. Tonight, we've seen how inequality, technology, climate, and conflict intersect to shape education in Kenya and beyond. These are not just stories, they are reflections of who we are and who we are becoming. Join us next week as we continue to unpack the stories behind the headlines. I'm Rafael Mituku. This has been the Weekly Insight. Goodbye.
Je, wewe ni Gen Z ama millennial? Haijalishi wewe ni Gen gani. Swali ni,
Je, umejisajili kupiga kura mwaka ujao?
Usianguke nayo. Inuka na voters card yako. Kumbuka, kura yako, maisha yako.
IEBC, your vote, your future.
je, wewe ni Gen Z ama millennial? Haijalishi wewe ni Gen gani. Swali ni,
Je, umejisajili kupiga kura mwaka ujao?
Usianguke nayo. Inuka na voters card yako. Kumbuka, kura yako, maisha yako.
IEBC, your vote, your future.